men who had multiple wives also had a lot of money. You couldn't have multiple wife unless you were
I
able
give
not or able to
you complete.
provide. It's
You're right about
just
that.
like the rich men that we see walking today. I'm
Hmm.
100% right. And you'll be shut if you try to have more than one wife if you do not have the money to provide for
But
her and her family.
let me
And you know
also
this.
dispute what let me just dispute what you just said, because you know what? If we go by Africa, right, or go by civilization, go by the primitive times or even the medieval times, most people had money. It was the migration to the urban center that was introduced by the British that made the British citizens that went to the urban center to be poor. But most people had money. Most Africans had money up until 1960. Almost 98% of African men had money because wealth was measured in lands and farms, which is agriculture. That was how wealth was measured. So most African men had money. So most African men had two or more wives. So if you tell somebody from the West, yes, I understand where you're coming. But when you have to say from where I'm coming, I'll tell you that most men have multiple wives because most men had money. It was when they started moving to the cities that the wealth began to depreciate because of the urban center.
All right, hold on. Let me get Bev in there. Go ahead, Bev.
Listen, the world has changed. Women have changed because technology has changed the world. With time goes progression. Everything changes with everything. With technology, you're gonna see people change. Okay,
Technology
it's
changed
and it's
women,
happening
not
all
men.
over the world. I'm pretty sure people. I'm pretty sure
No, actually,
it's
that's
changing
not correct.
everyone.
That's
It's
not
No,
coming to
that's not
Africa.
correct.
hold on.
Technology
Technology.
is in Africa.
Hey,
It's
one
gonna
mic.
change.
I don't think she was finished. Go ahead, Bev.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, that was
I
Bev.
wanted to
Hey,
go
Beth, how you
ahead.
doing?
I want to go ahead and
Hi.
take it back. Hey, Ikene.
Hey, Kelly
I'm not
Bee.
here to troll tonight, so don't worry about it. I only troll to the mic. But look, what you gonna call it? I wanted to go ahead and take the conversation back. You guys were talking about keeping a woman on her toes in a relationship. Um, it went from keeping her on her toes as far as knowing that you could grab somebody else or whatever, and then it shifted over to being spontaneous in the bedroom type talk. So I just wanted to kind of pin that down. Which one are y'all referring to, or which one was y'all talking about, or is it just both in general?
What are you asking? Are you saying are they two in the same thing? Like by doing the dread game that I was talking about will also make it better in the bedroom? Because yes, it does do that.
Okay, so if you are talking about keeping it, keeping your significant other insecure, I would have to disagree. I think that causes unneeded drama within a relationship because now she's all up under you and trying to figure out what you're doing.
I think that you're
That
confusing
creates a
what's
headache.
insecure. Just going to the gym isn't making somebody insecure. Just making sure you look really good, just making sure that you're on point. It's called passive dread, which is where you're just making sure that your shit is going good. You're going to the gym, you look good, you're eating right. Other women are looking at you because you're not doing and you're not trying to. And like I said earlier, I don't give any validation to other women at all. At all. Okay? Only my woman gets it. So the thing is, you can do passive dread. I'm not trying to make my girl jealous. I'm just making myself better, and in return, it makes her like me more. That's not trying to make your girl jealous. That's just self improving, and it kills two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
Bev,
that and
I
that's
gotta say, I
oh,
just
I'm
want to say
sorry.
real
Go
quick,
ahead.
Bev, there is such a thing as a healthy level of insecurity. They have to be somewhat insecure. Women perform their best when they don't have their claws in you. When they understand that you can go away if you want to. I'm not saying that you're deliberately doing things, you're on a phone with chicks, you're out here cheating or any of that. But just for her to understand that she has to be on her game is going to make her perform better for you, and it's going to raise her level of desire because women are community thinkers. That's just what it is. If they feel like other women desire you, that's going to raise their desire. It's not the smartest thing in the world, but it is what it is. That's just part of women's nature. If you go into a room and every woman is looking at this one dude, oh, that's him. Whether they like them or not, they're going to like him a little bit more just because everybody else wants him. That's just how women think.
I just want to interrupt. That's
Kind of
human
asking the
nature in
question.
general, man and woman. Men and women are.
Not so much of men.
We like what if someone likes what they see, and yeah, men are competitive by nature. You, this is your nature. Men are competitive. Men want to do the best at their job. They want to have the best woman. They want other men to look at their woman and be proud, and he could be proud standing right beside her. It's human nature. Like, this is what drives people. It's called you have a drive inside of you, and of course, a level of insecurity is healthy. Of course, that's for sure. Men are a little bit more logical, but there are very logical women out there too. And there's very emotional men, right? So you can't just say it's all women. You can't, and I can't say it's all men. For me to do that, it doesn't sound logical. Doesn't sound right. Like, I'm not God. I can't judge all people.
I don't think.
I think we're speaking in generalities here. We're not speaking on, everything isn't all encompassing all the time. We speak in
Well, it's
generalities. We speak in majority. That's how we talk to mass people every day. So we have to speak in majority numbers more so than like those very few minority outliers that are in every single situation.
Well, I think if we're speaking in majority, then she's technically right.
What?
That majority of men do compete for women. Majority of men do stay on their toes and do, you know what I mean? That's part of literally Purple Pill kind of just alluded to that when he said, be on your toes, keep yourself in the gym. Why? Because it's gonna keep your woman looking at you. If there was no woman there to
keep
look
all
at you,
women looking at you, and that boosts your ego. That boosts your ego, and that makes you feel good.
But if you think it's the same on the other shoe, though, if you think that it's the same the other way around,
said it was the
it's
other.
not.
Nobody said it was the same.
No, that's what she said.
That's what she was saying. That's what we were disagreeing with.
Yeah.
Well, like,
that would be like her saying,
a blank slate. Yeah.
Nothing's
you didn't get with your wife because your homies liked her, right? You didn't do that. We don't behave like that.
That's false. Because
you
got
your wife because your homies like her.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna say that's false because not too long ago on this very panel, we was talking about how we wanted a woman, if you wanted your woman to be the baddest chick in the room to turn heads, and there was a lot of dudes on this panel talking about saying my woman can't turn no dudes' heads. I don't want. I'm throwing her back to the seat.
Thank you.
A lot of y'all said that. And that was on this panel.
I wasn't here for that panel.
Men get with a woman because we think she's bad, not because the community thinks she's bad. Like, I might like tits, he might like ass. We don't care if you like ass. I'm not gonna like ass because you like ass. I'm a tits man, and that's me, and that's what I like. I'm not gonna pick you because of that.
One good.
It was just said that
all of that is straight. The only thing that I had contention with, which is why I asked the question, is because I wanted to know if y'all were going out of your way to make this woman jealous or not. But you guys clarified it, and that's cool. I definitely agree with that. But as far as it only being one-sided with this competition stuff or whatever, or wanting your significant other to turn heads and everything, I think that's wild.